Aloha and welcome back to Live at the Legislature, our weekly look inside the Hawaii State Capitol. I'm the Senate's Director of Communications, Jesse Broder Van Dyke. Coming to us live this morning from Waianae is Senator Maile Shimabukuro. She represents Oahu's leeward coast from Kalaeloa to Kaena Point. Thank you so much for joining us, Senator Shimabukuro. How is the COVID-19 response going on the leeward coast so far?
It's similar to, what the Hawaii Island delegation said. We're very fortunate out in Waianae. It's a very isolated community. We're very close knit, and there's just so many acts of kindness all the time. It's funny because I live with my parents who are, getting on in age, and what we say now is we just have to wait. We don't even have to leave the house because things just arrive at our doorstep. Just the other day, Ms. Ka'aikuahivi, who's my mom's kupuna class teacher, dropped off 3 cloth face masks that looks like she made herself. This beautiful aloha print kind. We have people, bringing food all the time to us, and just people always checking in, to see if we need anything, see if we're okay. And so very, very grateful. And then this really has brought the community closer.
It's wonderful to hear about all the acts of kindness and people coming together to go through this. Yesterday, you held a virtual town hall meeting with leeward coast representatives, the lieutenant governor, city officials, state officials. What kind of questions did you get?
Well, it was a fascinating meeting, and the first time I've done something like that to that scale, to have a Zoom meeting that big. And a lot of really interesting questions came out. And one of the ones I wanted to highlight is a mother that contacted us, really concerned about her son, who's a self-employed independent contractor, and who's applied for unemployment and got a denial notice, but oddly telling him that don't file an appeal and just to wait, because of course we've all heard on the news that even if you're self-employed, a business owner, whatever, you're going to be now eligible for unemployment. But yet she's not getting any answers, can't get through. And so fortunately, I connected with my staff member, Rich Levine, who's volunteering at the unemployment office is going to set up a new emergency satellite at the convention center. And he said in the training that they had yesterday, what they found out was that even though, you get a denial notice, people like him, if you're self-employed, are eligible for the federal unemployment benefits. And just to hang on because the state is working on the software and everything to allow people to apply for those federal unemployment benefits. So that is in the works. And I know the mom was really relieved to hear that was the case. And what I also shared with her is that I recently learned from the Department of Human Services that due to the COVID-19 crisis, they are not going to count unemployment benefits as income for families with children, which in this case, he does have a child. And so I advised her, go to the DHS office nearest her, which here in Waianae is at Waianae Mall, and he can apply for cash assistance for families. It's called TANF. And even though he has a pending unemployment claim, whatever, and if he gets unemployment, it won't count as income.
And yes, so there's been quite a big backlog of unemployment claims, and I understand some of your staff are joining a couple dozen Senate staffers who volunteered to help the DLIR get through that backlog.
Yes. So I believe what was said by LG Green yesterday is that there's going to be 500 kiosks at this new emergency satellite at the convention center. And I believe it goes online on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And so, that's hopefully going to really help people out, to get over there and finally be able to get through. And I know that DLIR also set up a new web link where you can go directly to your claim status. And I've seen people use it. You got to, so you click on it and you enter your social security number and your password and everything, and then you can at least see what's going on with your claim. So I know they're making every effort, but I know it's very, very frustrating and stressful for so many people out there.
It really is an unprecedented situation with over a third of all the citizens of Hawaii filing for unemployment in a single month. So we appreciate everyone's patience as they work through that. You're also the chair of the Hawaiian Affairs Committee, and the Senate had to abruptly recess the session. We're still hoping to come back in, but it's unclear. What was your committee working on, that had to be paused for this crisis?
Well, one of the big concerns is the Department of Human Services, has pending, commissioners, Hawaiian Homes commissioners that need to be appointed. And I kind of got a panicked email from DHHL because they said, if they don't confirm these commissioners, they're going to not have quorum. But we contacted Senate Clerk, and they said that, don't worry, we're not the only committee with this issue, so they're working on a solution, and all of us really are just having to really kind of make this up as we go. But of course, we don't want government functions and the Hawaiian Homelands Department to be at a standstill, and so we will find a way, I'm sure, to extend these commissioners. But one of the other things that came up during the meeting that having to do with culture is that people are very concerned because, as we know, all state and city parks have been shut down. And so fishermen, Hawaiian culture gatherers, surfers, paddlers, whatever, are saying, well, what's going on now? So what HPD explained at the meeting last night is that their interpretation is that you can't park in the beach parking lots. And so if you're in the actual beach parking lot, they're told to ticket you, which people have gotten tickets. However, he said you can be dropped off at the beach, or what I do when I go to Mākaha is I don't park in the beach parking lot, but I just go kind of beyond it, and I park by the apartments or further past, and then I just have to walk a little further, but I can still surf. And so that's an important thing to get out there, that your beaches are still accessible. I know that DOT and DLNR have had to block off many parking lots. Kula'ila'i, Makua, and Keawa'ula are all blocked off for parking, but you can still go to the beach. You can go in the ocean, but you can't sunbathe and congregate on the sand. So important clarification there.
Yeah. So the key thing is people aren't allowed to hang out and congregate on the beach, but they're allowed to access the ocean for surfing or fishing or kayaking or whatever ocean activities.
Yes, and I know that we're running out of time, and I wanted to just make it known that Malama Makua and Waianae Store are teaming up again this Saturday. They're going to be the face mask distribution at the Waianae Store parking lot from 4 to 7 p.m. April 25th. And they're selling them at cost. So 12 masks for $10, and try to have cash and exact change. And it's a really good cause, and I wanted to put a big shout out to Malama Makua, and Waianae Store. Waianae Store donated 2,000 masks when they first put the order in, just to give away to Kupuna. And so that was very successful. But make sure you catch that. And also in our community, Lili'uokalani Trust is very active on the Waianae coast. They have an emergency fund for those facing financial hardship. So they put the word out that if you have a Hawaiian child in your household, 0 to 17, and you're directly impacted by the COVID crisis financially, call them for possible financial emergency help. And their number is 466-8102. 466-8102. I'm sorry. Yeah, 466-8102.
And we'll post that on our Hawai'i Senate Facebook page as well.
Yes, yes.
And could you repeat again when and where the masks are available?
Okay, so it's going to be this Saturday, April 25th, 4 to 7 p.m. at Waianae Store. And it's 12 masks for $10. And it's Malama Makua and Waianae Store are doing this joint project to really make sure, because, as we know, the laws came out that if you go to any kind of business or essential travel, you have to be wearing a mask or you'll get fined. So make sure you take advantage of that.
Thank you so much. Oh yeah, mahalo to everyone in the community who's helping out with that effort. And I know you and your staff are still working, so if anybody needs help, they can contact your office. And last night's entire town hall meeting is available on your Facebook page, so we can go back there and check it out. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much to Olelo and Jesse for putting this on.
Thank you, Senator. Aloha.
Thank you. Thank you.